Hi guys, welcome back. Episode 2, Talking Tech. I'm Joe.
I'm Ollie.
And I'm Kathy B. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking about the Zacho Smart Toaster.
I'll be talking about the Ninja Woodfire outdoor barbecue.
And I'll be talking about this here, the Ninja coffee machine.
Which I quite like.
Yeah, I quite
do
like
this.
it. I mean, it's a neat looking little thing. Big thing. It's quite big. Not really little.
I
But you
did
said
wonder,
it was similar
actually.
size to the old one.
So, had previously the Sage One Touch Barista Pro. It's similar size. I mean, I think it's the same width and depth. I think this one's just margin. It's a bit taller.
It's all right.
But that being for a reason, okay? So I will have my coffee. Well, I get up at 5 every morning. So I have a coffee when I wake up. Yeah, it's not nice, is
Too
it?
early.
But I'm used to it now.
Athlete.
Wake up at 5 every morning. First thing I do is make a coffee. Second thing I do is make another coffee. But that's my travel one to and from work. So when I'm travelling to work, I've got an hour drive. So I need a nice coffee in a nice flask that keeps it warm. So I'm at least satiated for the drive. What I found with the Sage, which used to aggravate me so much, is that there was no room underneath the water tray or the drip tray for a flask of a decent size. So every single time, I'd get the staff, the wand, dispense the coffee into a mug, and then take the mug, transfer it back into a mug, which is just...
Double long.
And it goes everywhere, and it's messy.
And it does go, yeah, so 9 times out of 10, you know, it's like with a mug, you're trying to pour it out and the water then drips down the base of it. Yeah, so you're causing more work.
Yeah.
I like efficiency. So this one's slightly taller, yeah, but at the bottom of the tray, you'll see there's a slight section. You can fold it back, put your nice big flask in, and then
Nice.
it's gone directly into your flask. So that's why I like it. But then on top of that, it also has staggered segments so that you can put a new tray in for the desired size of the cup you're using. So if you have an espresso, you can put an espresso glass under. If you've got a regular cup, or if you've got like a great big mug, like I have in my house,
Grande cup.
like the old school Sports Direct mugs you used to get,
Oh,
you could do
yeah.
like 3 cups of tea in. You can decide which level you want your mug put on.
That makes a difference.
Yeah.
What, and it will still fill it up to that?
Still fill it up. So there's a section on there, a little dial. You can select what coffee you want: Americano, espresso, cortado, cappuccino, latte. The list goes
And
on.
what's your favourite out of the list?
Flat white. Do like a
I
flat
thought he was
white.
going to go for something good.
A little Nelly.
Yeah.
A little Nelly.
Nelly Furtado.
Nelly Furtado. Right. No, just a flat white. So, yeah, so you can select which coffee you want, but then on top of that, if you're going for just an Americano, you can select what size you want as well. So it will tell how much it's putting into the cup rather than just a generic size like the other coffee machines do. So I like that.
I mean, I'm not a big coffee drinker. I like coffee, but I'm not. I mean, I know you know the difference between like a coffee and certain things, but I've even noticed the difference between a, like a kettle filled coffee versus something like that, and it does taste so much,
Yeah,
nicer.
it's a lot better.
I'm still not 100% on like which beans are good and all that kind of stuff, but again, I think having a proper coffee
Chocolate
machine
infused
is much
beans. Chocolate infused
nicer. Ooh,
beans.
I've not had those.
And do you have to buy beans for that, or are they like...
Yeah, so little pot at the top, chuck your beans in. Fresh, obviously, is the better ones, but just even a standard ones you get from the supermarket, wang them in the top.
You can just put any bean in it.
Any bean, just don't burn them.
Don't burn the bean.
Don't burn the bean.
And does this not burn the bean?
This does not burn the bean.
Good.
So
But how long does it last? I mean, say you buy because I know, again, like with coffee beans, you can buy like a small bag, big bags, all that kind of stuff. Does it hold quite a lot before you have to then keep refilling it, or?
I will put I'll buy a kilo bag. I've had it for a week. I'm halfway through that. That's pretty much just me drinking it as well.
You drink a fair bit of coffee.
Yeah. But that versus actually going to a coffee shop and buying a coffee, every single time. Again, it must be quite, economical as well in terms of the.
Well, so any coffee shop you go to, you're talking £4 a coffee now. This one retailing currently at the minute is $5.49.99.
No.
99.
So if you're going to be having, say me driving to work every day,
Yeah.
and I have one coffee I've bought every day, if that's £4, you're going to be spending north of £80 a month just on coffee.
Yeah.
So
So a couple of
down the
months,
line,
couple of months
having one of
difference,
these is going to save you. Well, it's paid for itself basically.
And it's, I mean, as far as machines go, I actually think it's quite a nice looking machine.
Aesthetically, it's nicer. I think it looks better than the Sage.
Yeah.
Personally.
And pricing wise, again.
And it's cheaper than the Sage. Yeah. You're talking 1,000. So I'm comparing it to the One Touch Pro, the Barista Pro. They're about £1,000. I think they've come down slightly, but when I purchased it 2 years ago, it was £1,000.
So if you're saying that's almost half the price, do you reckon it's still a better coffee, or is it?
I think you're still going to produce the same standard of coffee. Doesn't taste too much different in terms of like what the coffee tastes like. Depends on what bean you're putting in it.
Yeah.
But it's producing the same coffee. There's just slight little tweaks that I actually prefer on this versus the Sage that I've had previously.
Noise, what? So again, I'm just picking up this because I know that obviously again, 5 a.m. in the morning when you're making a coffee,
Yeah.
the Sage was quite loud.
Yeah.
Is this quite loud too, or?
So the Sage one will wake your neighbours up. It is ridiculous the way it just grinds up the beans. So loud. This one's really, really quiet. They've dialed that one in. And the same with the milk steam one.
Frothing it up.
Yeah, the frother up. The frother upper in.
So this one does froth.
This one froths, but it's also got a whizzer in the bottom of the jug.
So it whizzes and it froths.
The Sage one's just a tiny little mug.
Yeah.
This one's got a nice big mug. And do you know what? Actually, I didn't mention this before to you, but there's little rings inside that mug, and it'll have on there before you because you're sort of guessing it. You go, oh, about that much milk.
Yep.
You don't really know how much milk you're putting in it. Just go, I'll do that, and then you chuck some away. You
And
haven't
it
got
goes
enough.
to,
That one has little rings that you can see on the inside. So it'll actually have on there flat white, cappuccino, and there's another ring for a latte because lattes.
Yeah, I do
I
a
like
lot of
my coffee,
guesswork with the.
But it will tell you, and it have a ring on there. So it says how many millilitres and the ring on side. So you know, okay, I'm going to fill it up to that mark. And then it's got the little whizzer in the bottom as well. So it's got a little whizzer in the bottom at the centre. And it's got the wand steamer upperer.
What more do you want? See,
So
I
it's
like
quieter.
that. Yep.
It's more consistent with the milk frothing.
Yep.
And it's got more whiz.
And it's got more whiz. So
Win-win.
I like that. It's quieter.
Yeah.
Better frothering.
More
Technical name.
cost-effective.
More cost effective.
Quieter, yeah.
And then there's just a host of things that I like more about it.
Mess-wise, because I know that again with some coffee machines it can make quite a bit of a mess, you know, on the side, and when you again trying to sort of compact the coffee, you know, ground coffee.
Yeah, with a tamper.
With a tamper.
With a tamper, yeah. Got a tamper bean.
So, what would you say about this one? Still messy or?
So, the Sage wand, we're going to call it a wand. You put that underneath the dispenser where it grinds the bean.
Yep.
Goes into it, you get your tamper out, tamp the bean. This one comes with a sheath for you to tamp your bean. when you
I think we may need to go on to another product.
Yeah.
no. So when you when you do this, you come with the sheath. The sheath goes around the wand, and then you can use your tamper. The good thing about that is because when you're tamping it, it's not spilling. You've not got it's just it stays contained to the area.
Yep.
Take the sheath off, then you can put it in the area. Twist.
But do you find when you take the sheath off that then stuff just doesn't come out the sides of it?
Nothing comes out the side. Whereas the Sage, you
Which
had that
was a
problem
big- yeah,
every
that was a
single
big
time you got to
bugbear
do
for
it.
me.
You got to tamp it, and then it's just it has because it leaves like a mountain shape. And
Yeah.
as you do that, it floods out the side. Whereas this, you got the sheath, it contains it, and then you just take the sheath off. The sheath stays fairly clean. If you do get a bit, you just wipe it
You're
over.
probably not wasting.
And
as
on the
much.
side, there's a little compartment that you put the sheath on as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's not like just floating about on top of the machine or on the side causing
Yeah.
a mess. It goes back in the side, and it's out of the way.
So that's the thing that I do quite like with Ninja, and I know obviously we've had a couple of features, and we probably may have some more, but they think about a lot of things like that, don't they? They tend to take into consideration all like the mess and the practicality and stuff. So again, I know I said it in
It's
the
probably why they're
previous
so
one, but
popular.
Yeah.
But
They
then on
seem to
top
have
of that,
thought
I mean,
about it.
it has all the features that its competitors would have, but it's just that little bit better. So when you're selecting, like I said earlier, the different coffees that you want to have, so you change your mind that day, you'll put the wand in the dispenser to grind up the bean, and then it'll tell you how it'll weigh. It'll actually weigh it. So if it's not quite in the slot properly, it'll say put it in properly.
Oh, okay.
Then it will weigh it, and then it will say, right, you need it a bit more coarse or a bit less coarse, and it will select it and how it thinks it'll give you the optimal
That's pretty smart.
course of coffee grind.
It doesn't explode like our one has done quite a few times and sort of.
Not yet. Hopefully not. It's not exploded.
And would you say the tray underneath, like the overspill tray, would you say that's bigger than the
I
other
think
one?
the water tray on this is slightly smaller, so it has
Okay.
filled up. I find I'm emptying the water tray a bit quicker
Yeah.
than I would on the Sage.
But is it quite easy to
Yeah,
to
you
take
literally
out?
just pull that tray out the front, slide it out, take it over. It says pour out here, and then it's done.
Because that again was a bit fiddly, wasn't it? Before it was like, oh.
But no, this one's good. And even things like with the milk situation, if you can't have dairy for any reason, like I can't, you can select a non-dairy alternative, and it will change how it throws up the milk dependent on what you've got in there. So it knows that you've not got a dairy product in there. You can select small froth, medium froth, extra froth,
Less whiz.
less whiz,
Which
and
is
then
very
even
handy.
a cold froth.
Like
Froth.
it.
So you can do a cold brew in it. So if you want
Actually, you
your,
can do iced coffee.
as
and stuff
summer's
like that.
approaching,
Oh,
you
that
can
would
have
be
your
nice,
little
yeah. Iced coffee.
you can have your caramel frappa maca whatever.
Don't mind a little camo frappy.
Yeah. So you can do your cold froth in it as well. So you can have a cold brew. Just got to stock a little bit of ice.
So we'll come into Joe's at 5 a.m.
You
Or-
won't be up at 5 a.m.
No,
so
definitely not. So I definitely won't be
That's
there
why I
at
have
5
so
a.m.
many coffees, because I'm up at that time.
So my biggest question, I think this is the most important one. Have you managed to master the top of the coffee yet? You know, like when you go into a
Drawing
shop,
shapes on
yeah,
top.
they do like little either flowers or little
I've
hearts.
actually been poached to go to the barista competition.
Have you?
Yeah. I've actually been approached because they actually asked if I drew it.
It was that good.
It was that good.
It was-
Yeah. Hearts, teddy bears, the lot.
I'll
Mona
see you at
Lisa
7 then.
Like, yeah, Mona Lisa. It's actually hung up at the minute.
in the Louvre.
Just need to get yourself one of those barista aprons now and
I don't need to. There's no mess.
True.
There's no
That is
mess with
very
this.
True. I like it. I'm very impressed. So rather than 5 a.m., I will probably see you about 7 a.m. for a cold frapper
If that.
something.
Yeah. Ticks the
hot morning.
boxes. I like it.
Like
I
it.
think it's better,
Yeah.
cheaper, and I think it looks.
Ticks
I think
all
it
the
looks
boxes.
nice. It looks nice in the kitchen.
Definitely. Like it. I may have to trade the Sage in for a Ninja. Never know.
You know, having that. Oh, and didn't even add to that. If you like a really strong coffee, Sage does a single shot cup, double shot cup. This does a quad. So you can have a quad espresso.
There'd be some buzz
I did
after
one.
that.
I did wonder then. I was thinking, well, okay, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, you can have a quad
you'd be,
espresso.
you'd be skipping. to
Not
work.
tried it yet, but
I would be
will.
skipping to
I
work.
We
will
do it as a
try it
little
out.
pre-workout thing.
Yeah, I'll take some videos. I'll get my little GoPro on that I featured before. Get a little POV.
Good lord. Yeah,
Get some
footage.
videos up, yeah.
Footage coming up, and links in the below for anybody that wants the Ninja created. So, I guess moving into your one,
Yeah.
yours
Next, I'll be getting on. We'll get that in here, change over, and then I'll talk about that.
sounds good.
Right. So this is the Ninja Woodfire Pro XL, and it's just like a big outdoor. Well, not a big one, but
I like
a
the colour.
little
It is
outdoor
quite
barbecue.
big though.
It's
Well, not compared
huge,
to like
yeah.
a big barbecue to have, but it's like a little portable one that you can take.
Because I want to get one of those eggs. You know,
Yeah.
the big, like
Big
the Kamado.
smoker.
Is
But
it
they're more of
Kamado,
like a-
Komodo? Komodo Joe?
Kamado.
Komodo Joe.
Komodo
Well,
Joe?
depends
Komodo
if
Joe?
you're
Because
American
they're
or not.
big. I mean, they're massive.
But they're more
Yeah.
of a stationary thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this you can take camping and stuff like that, as long as you've got like a 240-volt source that you can plug it into.
Which you have at most campsites, yeah.
Yeah, campsites and stuff like that. But say if you had like with your truck and stuff like that, where you
Oh yeah, cool. Because I've got a socket in the back of my truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's,
plug it straight on.
But I just don't think that you'd have enough power from that to do it, unless you had like a little mini generator or something.
I think
So-
as long as my truck's running, it because you can put your tools in it and extension leads. That's a lie actually. I've been to site before and I've plugged the kettle in, so it probably would work.
Yeah, because it runs at 1,800 watts, I think, which is a fair bit.
It's
But
a lot of watts.
yeah, but on a normal plug socket, you'd be able to do it.
Yeah. No, I
But-
like it. I like the look of it. And it comes in. Does it come in different colours or is it just the blue?
Yeah, it
and-
comes in different colours. I think they do black, chrome, and blue. I think were the ones I saw when I was looking. But it's
Like it.
it's almost like an air fryer, but / barbecue sort of thing.
So how? So it's a wood fire.
Well, it's not. It's electric fire, but you
What's
have
the
like
wood side of it?
So you can smoke stuff. You like in the side compartments. There's like a little tray for pellets to put in, like wood pellets, and then
Yeah.
it smokes it as it's cooking, and then the smoke goes into there. So it still smokes.
So
it
a bit like one of
like
the
a
eggs.
barbecue.
You could have your smokes infused.
Yeah, but it's just sort of like a cheating way to do it.
But is it just the one? You just literally have the pellets, or do you have like
No,
different?
they have different like flavours of pellets. So I think the ones that when we tried it out the other day, we did like a smoky sort of pellet flavour.
Like a hickory chick or a,
Or a cherry.
Texas,
Yeah.
Texas
But we
flame grill.
we done a lamb on it with that, and it tasted like it normally would with like a smoky barbecue with like nice smoky taste. But they have different settings on there, like on the app. We'll probably get a couple of them up on the screen. But you can go through it and select what like meat you're cooking, or like we done wings, and we put it on wings, and then halfway through it tell you when to flip them.
Oh,
So
right.
You haven't
Well,
really
that's
got to
clever.
look at anything.
So would
to
you
do.
have to put a thermometer in there?
It comes with one. So it
Oh.
comes with. Like,
So that's part of the
yeah,
app.
so it plugs into the front. Put the thermometer in. We done a lamb on it as well. Put it in the lamb. It will tell you what time it needs turning over or flipping or opening up or anything, and then it will beep when it's done.
It's pretty
So,
smart.
so how does it tell you that on the app?
Yeah, it just links to
says,
your phone. So you have to set it up like. when
So
you get
Ninja
it.
app.
Yeah, Ninja app, and then you have to set it to your phone and the Wi-Fi, and then after that you just select it and it does pretty much everything for you. And it even has a thing after you finish cooking. It'll have like a cool down timer for your food. So like if you leave it to rest.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll do a steak or something and say rest for so many minutes.
Yeah, so it will tell you how long to rest the steak for if you leave the thermometer in it.
So, I know your dad's a big smoker fan, and he loves
barbecues.
his recipe, loves his barbecues, and the food is amazing. It's incredible. Like he does some really good dishes. But the only thing that frustrates me, because I'm waiting to be cooked for, which is a lovely place
Oh,
to be.
start-up time. You're talking about how long it takes to
Yeah.
get ready.
Yeah, 'cause
And
when you have to
it's-
get the coals ready, it takes like.
It takes
yeah,
hours,
forever.
doesn't it? And it's
Depending on the
heating
size,
up, and then
obviously,
you've
but I
got
think
the-
he's got the large, isn't he?
yeah,
Egg.
yeah,
That's 40 minutes, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
just to heat up,
Whereas
just
that's
to
like 5-10 minutes, I think it took to heat
Yeah.
up, which is a lot quicker, and you can do it from your phone, so you don't have to be
So you're
near
like,
it.
oh, I'll quickly whack that on.
Yeah.
yeah. So I
And
think
it will like it depending on which food, like you select lamb, chicken, things like that. It will set it to warm up to that food, so it'll get it to temperature anyway for.
so.
what
It's
that
not
is.
just because I thought of it as like an outdoor, almost like a a Ninja air fryer type thing, but in actual fact, it's a lot more
It
than
is-
that, isn't it? Like
yeah,
the
it
grill
is
and
well, it is a barbecue, but it does stuff a lot quicker because it's got a fan in there. It's electric.
it's got to be
Yeah, but
easier
talking
as
about
well,
electric,
isn't it?
stating the obvious, can it get wet? Obviously,
So-
socket not included.
No,
cover
so-
up the extension with
So
a
you
bucket
can
or
buy a
something.
cover to come with it if you wanted to leave it outdoors. That just slips over top like a barbecue cover, but I wouldn't leave it exposed like that. And it comes so it grills stuff as well. So it's got like a grill paddle in it.
Yeah, good.
So it's not just like a oven. It
Yeah.
still does grill and it still does. It does a bit of everything.
I like it. It's nice. And I guess, I mean, again, from like Ninja's point of view as well, like the different recipes and stuff like that, it must be easier to do stuff then, I guess. A bit like
Yeah.
a home oven, you turn it on, or a bit like the air fryer, you turn it on, it's already
Well, it
heated
is a lot
up
of sense
and-
like the oven where you can just leave it. Like with a normal barbecue, you'd have to check it, see what it's
Yeah.
like.
It's
Whereas-
almost cheating. It gives you
Yeah.
instructions,
Yeah,
tells you when to flip it,
yeah,
Yeah.
tells you how long to leave it.
yeah.
Was the food good though? That's what I'm asking.
banging. You come out-
Yeah.
I wasn't
Did
there
it
to
taste
eat it.
good?
but
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of videos that we'll put up of the stuff that we did cook.
There is one downside that I can see from a male's point of view, because I know
Not
that
very manly, is it?
I'm never allowed to touch a barbecue or a smoke or anything else, is that I know a lot of the time there's like a beer involved. So like the amount of beers that you're going to be able to drink whilst that's cooking is probably only maybe one or two.
But then it depends what you're cooking, because you can put like a whole chicken in there, and that'll still take an hour and a
So
bit.
you could still
like it
probably
would.
get a few beers,
Yeah.
like beer time. That's good. Yeah, because I know sometimes obviously with the smoker and you're out there for 4 hours, that's like you're gonna be able to drink more
But then
beers.
you can still have the beers. You just put it on a little bit later.
It might just be a
True.
little bit burnt.
Yeah, true. Because that was
Well,
the
they
important
wouldn't,
thing
they'll
I
tell
was
you when it's
thinking of.
done.
Maybe that's the question.
There is that. So it is cheating.
Yeah.
But it is
Yeah.
good. Like everything come out perfect.
And it's, I mean, size-wise, I mean, again, from an inside, obviously, it's quite big on. Well, I say it's quite big on the outside.
Well, I
It's
said a minute
actually-
ago, I think it looks quite big, but
I
actually
think it's
looking
big
at it,
in here
Inside.
because it's like an indoor setting. But as an outdoor thing, like where you'd normally have a barbecue. I think it is.
Well, it's not like a Napoleon, is it? Some of those are huge.
Yeah. Which does limit to you to how much you can actually cook on it.
But then I suppose it's quite handy because it's not fixed. You can move it to where you want. Sort of thing.
so like easy to lift up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
we just put it up on our table next to our barbecue already. Put it on there, cooked, and then
bring it
took
indoors
back down.
again once it's cooled down.
Yeah.
So price wise, because I know, I mean, when we're talking of like the big green eggs and the Kamado Joes and all of those,
Yeah, they're north
you're
of
talking
about
of
1,500
thousands.
quid, aren't you?
Yeah. Whereas this is 449. Well, where we got it from.
$9.99 for
No, just 449.
4.
But I think that's quite good for what it is. Like if you're saying you're spending more, like upwards of £1,000 on barbecues.
Yeah.
This does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's cheating and it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So.
And accessory wise, like, I mean, again, does it have to go on like a sort of a...
But it comes with like a grill pan as the base, and then I think it come with 2 other trays with it, like a small little sort of cooking tray with it, and it come with 2 of them. So it did come with more, and then there's more of them that you can buy for like fish, like a rack sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's loads of accessories there.
Yeah, well, and then I think it come with a basket as well for like cooking wings and stuff like that. And, but I'm yet to try that out.
I'm really hungry. That makes me feel really
I said before we
hungry,
got on here, I'm starving. Now we're talking about
I
food
know.
and coffee.
And again, I guess, it's another Ninja device, and I know we're obviously big fans of Ninja, but again, I think this from I wouldn't call it a hobbyist barbecue point of view, but I think if you're into entertaining, in the garden, food-wise, and you're not perhaps maybe that confident about like the big, because I feel like the big smokers are a bit more professional. Do you know what I mean? Like,
And you've got
a master grill.
yeah,
time
master
to, like,
of...
overlook, whereas this is just sort of an easy barbecue
Yeah.
thing to do. It's just, it was easy.
Yeah, you could cook on it.
I wouldn't say that. I probably still not even something that I could cook on. but you never know. I might give it a go. It's probably a little bit more up my street.
I
than
don't know.
a
They've
big
got
smoker.
instructions. You probably wouldn't like it.
No, that's a good point.
And it's pretty easy to clean. Like it comes with like a drip. There's a hole
Yeah,
in the
that I
back,
do like.
and it's got a drip tray straight into the thing, and then you move it, empty out the drip tray, and then put it back. A bit like the
The coffee machine. That direction, mate.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
coffee machine. But a lot easier to clean than a normal barbecue. And you can take the grill out, wash it, and then put it back in instead of scrubbing it down outside.
So I'm guessing then, obviously, when you have it on things like the smoking setting, I presume obviously you can switch it on and off again. But I'm just wondering, you have to put it outside, presumably. It's not like you couldn't bring a normal barbecue in. It has to go outside
Yeah,
because of
so
the
the
amount
smoke comes out the top, out the lid, and then just goes into the air. But I don't know.
So you couldn't just put it in your kitchen?
I haven't tested it out without the smoky bit on it, so I don't know whether you could cook inside. But I imagine the heat would still.
Is that the technical name? Smoky bit.
The smoky bit, yeah.
Okay.
But I see what you
I
mean.
probably
Yeah.
wouldn't use it indoors because it's technically still a barbecue.
Yeah. Just thought I'd check that one.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's actually quite not gimmicky, but I quite like that. I think a lot of people would like it because it is a portable. It's quite cost effective. All those kind of
I
things.
actually
like that.
need a barbecue at mine. Currently without one.
There you go.
And it's barbecue season coming
Until
up.
you've saved up for a smoker. There you go.
Maybe that'll do it. Maybe I won't want a smoker.
Yeah, it might change the game for you.
I like it, and variation wise, because I know, there are other places. Is that just the only kind of wood burner, or do they do other kind of variations?
I mean, there's lots of places that do other sort of burners and stuff like that, but I think for the ones that are
Everything
similar to
built
it,
in. It's
I
quite
think
nice,
that's
isn't
got everything with it, and for a cheap price as well. I think it's pretty good.
it? I like it.
Can we also talk about the lack of footwear right now?
I don't know
I
about
see you tapping your feet. Why have we got no shoes on?
just walking about like that, to be honest. No, I had a football incident yesterday, so my ankle's a bit fat. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it's just a bit swollen.
Yeah, and your legs are out.
Yeah, cheers.
See,
That
that's
was
that's what happens when you play football.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Football, rugby. There's always an injury or two coming along.
yeah, rolling around.
So you won't be cooking on the Ninja Woodfire this weekend.
Well, no, actually,
just
no.
one-legged.
Say that being said, because it's movable, you could get a little chair out
Oh,
and put
yeah.
it somewhere closer.
I'll just have to you guys labouring for
There
me.
you go.
I'll be
So
able
for
to-
anybody out there who has only kind of limping around or has any injuries, this actually could be
you
quite
could
a
have
good,
it down by your side, couldn't you? And just,
Yeah. could be quite handy. there we go. And some footage coming up, and we've got the links below.
Yeah,
So
we'll use
yeah,
that. We'll
anybody
put that in
that,
there.
that kind of looking at, I actually quite rate it. I think it's quite nice.
I did. I thought it was good.
So I'm going to start talking about the Zacho Smart Toaster. And before anybody says anything, or even the audience, I didn't know what a smart toaster was before you recommended it. So I'm pleased that we've gone down that route. But I've also got to say something else as well, is that I actually told your dad that our old toaster was broken. Collectively, I'm going to put a little bit of the blame on you
so
at
I
this
get
as well,
over it, yeah.
because you took the fuse out of the old toaster
So it actually looked broken,
so
we
that
could
we
get a new
could
one.
get a smart toaster.
Right, I'm not part of that. I'm not part of that. Okay, I wasn't there.
But the thing I like the most is because he said, "Oh, we're going to have to buy a new toaster now because the toaster's gone." Because he was a bit angry, wasn't he, about the amount of kind of gadgets that are turning up recently. And I went, "It's okay, it's fine. Yeah, I've ordered one. It's on its way. It's tomorrow." Presenting this obviously lovely smart toaster.
Yeah, how strange. It just so happened to turn up at the time of the
Exactly.
last one breaking.
I was very proactive for
It
once.
was a miracle.
It was. But I've got a couple of things to mention, because when I was looking at smart toasters, we were looking at a couple, weren't we? And they were,
Oh, they were extortionate.
350 pounds. And
Yeah.
I thought, something has got to be pretty amazing
It's a bit much for a toaster.
yeah. And so I found this
Depends how
one.
much you like your toast.
True,
Still
well,
worth it.
toast and bagels and all the other things that I'm going to go into. But the bit that I did like about this, and when we were going through the reviews, is I thought, oh, because you've got loads of different toast settings.
I'm a sourdough man. I like a sourdough.
Yeah, exactly. So you could do sourdough, you could do, or like all of the different.
Because it comes up on the front of it, doesn't it? What sort of
Yeah.
like shade of how you like your toast?
Yeah, so that again I thought was different. There's only just one thing that I would say about this that I didn't like. It doesn't fit the bread.
Yeah, it hangs halfway
So
out.
when you put your bread in, obviously the toaster, and you pop it down, you've still got about that much at the top.
And we're talking regular off the shelf
just-
bread, not like the big old sourdough slices
talking-
you get,
No,
because
straight
you
up
have to double spin them anyway.
Yeah, I'm talking like Warburton's, Hovis, all
Straight
the
up 50-50.
Kingsmill, all of your normal ones. But then it did occur to me that, when you go, like when we've been skiing or we've been abroad, and more of the bread is square, isn't it?
Micro
not a
slice.
rectangle. So I think it's perfect for European bread, but for UK bread,
Still hangs out.
yeah, and you still have to flip it up.
No one likes hanging bread.
True. That's the bit that I didn't like. It was a bit of a fuffle. But the things that I did like about it was, as you said, if you put your bread in, and some people like it on normally it's like a 4 or a 2, or like in our house,
Everyone
Someone
changes.
changes it.
Every
and you go,
single
I'm
day.
going to put
You
my
go, "Oh,
slice
the
of bread in
taste
and it's
great."
going to be perfect.
But if you
Why is
want
it burnt?
crumpets, you put them in longer. So sometimes you have to change it.
True. So that's the bit that I thought, oh, that's actually quite cool, because you can actually look at the colour that you want your toast to come out at, and you press it, and it tells you how long you've got left until it pops up. So that was quite clever.
Yeah, because I like it proper crisp.
But the other thing that I thought was quite strange is, so in a normal toaster, when you pop it down, you get your toast out, you butter it, and it kind of goes soft, doesn't it? Soft and sort
Not a
of.
fan of soggy bread.
See, we like
Soggy
that,
toast.
don't we?
Straight
I know you
butter
like
and
it.
then-
Got to let it set for a bit.
See, that one, it doesn't do the same thing. It actually crisps it right the way through to the middle, and it comes out as.
Because I think it
toasted.
cooks it slowly, so it sort of like cooks from the inside out.
So I would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas we like our toast like
Whereas
really.
I like it just crisp on the outside and then the middle's a little
yeah,
bit
and the
like
butter
soft.
melts, and
I
then you
like
put
it
your
like a
Marmite
pack of
on if you're a
Walkers,
Marmite
nice
lover.
and crispy.
So for me, I think I'm not a fan of the Zacho, but I think with a few little tweaks, it could actually be quite a smart little toaster. The other thing that I thought was actually pretty good as well is it comes with a little, you kind of put a little sort of shelf on top, and you can toast things like muffins, croissants.
Sits on top or go?
It sits on top, so you can still put your bread underneath. The rack goes on top, and you can toast.
So
like
how does that then
croissants.
heat it up if it's out of the toaster?
So you have to again press the front, press the button for the croissants or whatever it is you have toasting on top, press go, it then heats it above it. So that case is actually quite handy, because you don't then have to heat up the oven or put it in air fryer or whatever it is. You can actually just pop it in. And
So
it's
the actual
cool.
bits that go in the toaster, do they get hot then? Is
Nope.
that what? No.
No,
It just heats
because
it up from being.
It, along the front and along the back, it's got like little clips, so it actually goes at the front and back. So the actual, shelf doesn't really get very hot. It's got 2 plastic clips. You
So
can
it's
pick
just
it
from the
up.
heat coming up. into
But that being said, if you've got your waz on top,
Yep.
yeah, bread's going to cook a lot quicker than the croissant is.
Yeah.
So surely when you've had the croissants on top,
Yep.
or pain au chocolat, whatever,
Yeah.
surely you then need to take the rack off to get to the bread that's underneath.
True. So a little
It's
bit.
the same
of
thing
kind
with
of-
the coffee machine. I don't like doing stuff twice.
Yeah.
Unless
and
you
that-
cook it in different sides, you toast one side and then the other
Yeah.
bit the other side.
Yeah. That would be a better route to kind of, because I think.
But
if
then
you
are
just
you
fill
ever
it
really
up-
having toasting croissants together?
Probably not.
No. Well, it depends. I suppose if you've got a big old family, could be doing quite a few things at once.
Yeah.
The other thing that I thought was a little bit strange as well was in the tutorial video and in the pictures, it shows bagels going in whole, which, by the way, don't fit because I tried that. Normally, when you have a bagel, you cut it in half and you
Yeah.
put the halves in. So that I was a little bit confused as well as to you've got a video showing a whole bagel, half ones. Yes, they
In
fit
what way didn't they
perfectly.
fit? As in like width wise, or
Yeah.
as in height?
Yeah.
What in there?
It doesn't. They're quite shallow. The other thing, which was a really good feature but turned out not to be a good feature, is there's a little kind of device that goes in, you know, like a bit like the fish things that go on barbecues.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing for a toasty. But what I found again is if you have thick sliced bread, again, just a normal loaf like a Hovis
What, it
or
doesn't
Warburton's,
squeeze together.
doesn't squeeze together. So what I managed to do, obviously I had two thick pieces. I filled it with cheese and ham, put it in the toasty, put it in the actual machine, but it's too thick. You almost have to push it together. And then when you put it in the toaster, because the toast is too high, it only crisped the bottom half, not the top half. And of
So
course you
then you'd
can't
have to
flip
take
it.
out.
So what can you actually fit in this? Like a party ring?
Pretty much.
Is that what we're talking?
So that is my biggest thing. I think that I love the idea of it,
It's
but I
just
think
not
it's
quite
still
there.
just too short. Yeah, we need a bit more height, like I do. Need a bit more height so that you can then put an actual
Or you
piece of
just
bread in.
rip your toast in half.
Well, yeah,
bread
you
in
could
half,
cut it in half and do a
and
half
then
a
put
slice.
halves in.
Yeah,
And then if you think about it that way, half the amount of calories.
true. So in actual fact, it is
It's
probably
good for weight loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
for a diet.
Yeah. So that is just my only issue with it. I actually think a smart toaster is a pretty cool concept, but the practicalities of it were a little bit like.
Needs a bit of tweaking.
So Zacho, if you're listening, a few little tweaks and I think it'd be perfect.
And what was the sort of price that it was for it?
So this one's $69.99, so £70.
Still expensive for a
But
toaster, yeah.
still quite, yeah. I mean, you can get some. I think a lot of people tend to go for toasters that match the kitchen decor, or obviously like stainless
Like if
steel
you've
ones
got a kettle and stuff like that, you want it to all be the same sort
to
of colour.
match. Yeah. But again, you're talking of between 30 and 50-ish pounds for a normal toaster. This was on the cheaper scale of a smart toaster, not the kind of 300, 350 pounds, but still for a smart toaster. I mean, if you're gonna combine it with an actual toasty maker like a George Foreman and a toasty, it's actually not a bad price. But like I said, there's a few different features that I was a bit like, a few little
Could be a
tweaks.
bit
I think it could be
And what was the interface like? Was it reactive? Was it quite slow? And you're like, come on, mate.
No, I think that all of that was all good.
So I know that your dad, again, he wanted to put the stuff in and just pop it down. And he said now he's got to press 2 or 3 buttons. So
Because you still
again,
have to select what, like you would with your coffee machine, you still have to select what it is.
Yeah.
Instead of just clicking on the button.
so you're going to have to pop your bread in and then go, do I fancy lightly toasted, heavy toasted, blah, blah, blah. And then you're going to have to pop it down.
So if you're in a rush, you're up at 5 a.m.
You've got to press 2 extra buttons.
Time
Could
is
be a
money.
big problem.
Time is money.
Exactly. So that is my thing. So yeah, I think from a smart toaster point of view, love it. But I think I'm going to have to stick with a standard toaster for now until those little tweaks are done.
And we did get a couple of videos of you using it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
so-
don't want floppy bread, do you?
Exactly. Definitely not.
No.
No. So for me, yep, liked it, but needs a few improvements.
Okay, so thank you again for tuning in, watching. Second episode, we're a bit better this time. So yeah, we're a bit more fluid. I think that's what I said last time. But
Something like that.
so yeah, thanks for watching again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hopefully episode 3, Ollie might have some footwear on.
Yeah, I might have some.
Fingers crossed. I mean, he's been at A&E, he's got checked over.
And I'm all good.
It's not broken yet.
Nah.
Yeah.
But if you are a manufacturer of any products, or if you've got any suggestions for future episodes, please feel free to comment or let us know, because we'd love to keep doing this every week.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, see you then.